All right, let's do this. We'll give it a few minutes once I get started. Fingers crossed for the stream. Got a new setup with power line adapters, which a bunch of people recommended to me after the last stream. That it might be a little more stable and not have the drops in resolution and the drops in connection. So we'll see what happens. I'm cautiously optimistic about this, and if it is, I might be able to raise the resolution over time. But we're going to get started. If you want to join us for the Geoguessr challenges that we're going to do, there's the pinned link will take you to our live challenge, which I'll start here in about 2 minutes. My thoughts on Truman. I think he was a good president. I think he was a guy who, man, got thrust into one of the worst possible situations that you could be in, coming in after a guy who's been president for 12 years. You've barely been vice president for a month, and suddenly you have to take over right at the end of one of the most destructive wars in human history. So pretty intense stuff. So some folks were asking about Antietam. I'll talk a little bit about the plans for the Antietam trip as we go along. We're going to play Geoguessr just to have something to do as we pass the time, but we'll do some chat and some Q&A, things like that. Hey, my boys from West Brom beat Berlin today, beat a Bundesliga team, so there's that. However, my Rangers didn't fare so well against Harry Kane and the Spurs. Harry Kane put 2 on them in the span of like 5 minutes. I have played Assassin's Creed, though. It's been quite a long time. Oh, yeah, there's Amish all over where I live. In fact, at my son's soccer games today, we actually drive right through a lot of the heaviest parts of Amish country. Here in Northeast Ohio is the second most populous region for the Amish, next to Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. So, hey, Lily, great to have you catch me live. Glad to have you here. I did like the movie Kingdom of Heaven. How to join, there's a link that's pinned. I'll post it again, just in case. There you go. No, I won't be watching the Bayern game tonight. Just got home like 45 minutes ago from my son's soccer games. He had 3 games today, 2 yesterday. It's our preseason for a high school team. He's a freshman, so he's starting out playing for the high school team for the first time. Our official season starts in a week and a half, but they're doing like preseason showcases and stuff like that. He plays center mid for our JV team. I have not done a trip to Gettysburg podcast. Trip to the UK was fantastic. My son, we'll see where he plays throughout the year. He was a striker for his travel team last year. That's typically striker or right mid is where he plays for his club team, but it looks like for the JV team, different coaches, different group of players. Looks like for the JV team it's going to be center mid. He played like 2.5 games, 3.5 games at center defensive mid this weekend, and then the second half of the last game he played center attacking mid. So we'll see. Thank you, the man Dan. Appreciate that. Thank you for priming the jar, and thank you, P Shooter. If the Russians won the 1919 Soviet-Polish War and the Russians occupied Poland, it's possible World War II goes different, but it's still, a lot of it depends on what happens with Germany. Formation, I can't say for sure, but I'm guessing it's a 4-3-3 that they were using. They had 4 on the back line for defense, 2 center defensive mids, a center attacking mid, and then 2 wings and a striker. So I think that was 4-3-3. Oh, I'd love to go to Qatar to watch World Cup matches, but I think I'm going to be content to wait until the World Cup is here in 2026. That'll be the year my son graduates high school. I already told him I'd take him we'd go see at least one World Cup match when it's here. All right, so let's go ahead and start with this, and then we'll do some more questions and stuff. So I guess this is just kind of a random GeoGuessr, like places around the world. So we'll see where this is. It's a minute timer, and I'm going to wait until under 30 seconds to do my guess. So people can't kind of copy off of me. Somebody blurred out the flag. It looks like the U.S. though. I have no idea where though. Not a clue. But it's definitely U.S. I'm going to guess Eastern U.S. I'm going to guess somewhere up here. I have no idea. We'll see how terribly I did on that one. Martine, thank you very much. I appreciate that. That could not have been worse. It was New Zealand. Oh my gosh. Wow, brutal. A lot of people were in the right neighborhood, though. Good for you guys. I could not have done any worse. I was 21st. Jonathan, my trip to the UK was fantastic. Loved every minute of it. All right, let's see. I'm speaking of UK. I'm feeling a little bit like this might be UK. I don't recognize these brands though, so I'm not really sure. Wow. See, this is why I stick to the history ones on this, because just the random Geoguessr not really my thing. No, it's not US. I'm going to guess Eastern Europe somewhere. Let's go, I don't know, Slovakia. Not a clue. Oh, it's Denmark. Thank you, P. Shooter. Oh, we'll definitely do it again. I'm going to be doing another private stream for members and patrons, maybe tomorrow. I'll try to announce it later tonight. All right, this, it's flat. My initial reaction is southwestern U.S. It's not U.S. Definitely not U.S. What kind of cars we got here? If I could look at the car brand names, that might help. Favorite city? Listen, I loved every city we were in the UK for different reasons, but I think our family agreed for the most part that overall we probably liked... Man, I got no idea here. That's English, but it's not... I don't think this is US. No idea. I think we agreed York was probably our favorite of the ones we visited. Australia. Okay. So twice we've been down in that area. Everybody else knew it was Australia. They just all kind of figured around Sydney. I'm terrible at this. P. Shooter, welcome. Thank you. Man. I need some like historic sites to do in the next round, because this is not helping me at all. I'm feeling South America, though. I'm feeling like this is South America, but I could be completely wrong about that. That car disappeared, depending on which way I went. I want to go back and look at these cars. Spooky Wolf, thank you. Appreciate that. Man, yeah, I'm going to guess like Colombia. No idea. What do I think about the Franco-Prussian War? A huge factor in setting up the Europe of the 20th century. It brought us the German Empire, which of course sets up everything that happens in the 20th century. I think it's a significant event, very significant event. It was Uruguay. Okay. Nice job, Marco. At least I was right about South America. I got a few points that time. Well, it looks like the stream's been pretty steady, so taking everybody's advice was a good idea, I guess. Final round. All right. language is that? That's Southeast Asian. That it almost looks like Thai or something like that. There's a flag right there. And then it disappeared. Yeah, that's got to be Southeast Asia. This is like Burma or Laos or Cambodia, somewhere in there. I'm going to go Thailand, though. So we're going to guess like Chiang Mai, Thailand. That's what I'll go with. Anthony, thank you. Can you react to the 1811 slave revolt? Atten Shea. Oh, yeah, I might have to check that one out. Interesting. What would have been the most likely cause of World War I if Franz Ferdinand wouldn't have been assassinated? It would have been something else in the Balkans, I would bet. Another war, like a third Balkan war breaking out, maybe. I'm guessing that. Oh, it was Bangkok, which is what almost everybody else said. But it was Thailand, so I was right on that one. It's not enough to get me completely out of the gutter, but we'll take it. Nice job, guys. I don't think World War I was as inevitable as a lot of other people do. I'd say 70-30, 70% chance there's still a World War I of some kind. Hi from Birmingham, very cool. All right, so let's go back. How can we do a live challenge? Can we do a live challenge with like, I don't know if we can do one with different set. Oh, here we go. Change the settings. There we go. All right. I want something with history. Places in history. Yeah, let's do that one. All right, I'll give time for people to join if they want. If they haven't already, here's the link. If you want to join us. Yeah, Franco-Prussian War is something I definitely should cover. I have been to Antietam, but nothing like what I'm going to do on this trip. I'm going to be there for 4 days. I'm going to drive down on a Tuesday, drive home on a Friday. So I'll be staying there 3 nights. JD's going to be staying with me. We got an Airbnb right in Sharpsburg. Gary from American Battlefield Trust is going to be joining us for 1 day of that time that we're there. It's kind of funny. I texted JD and said, what the heck, man? He posted a picture today of a new book he got, and it's the same book on Antietam that I just got 3 days ago. And he hadn't seen me post on Instagram that I had gotten that book. So we both got the same book to do our research without knowing the other one was getting it too. But I actually also just got another book. This is Antietam by William Frazanito. Frazanito kind of specializes in Civil War photography, and he had a book. I have a book like this that he did for Gettysburg too, where he takes all the photos. Antietam was like the first American battle where you have photographers show up on the battlefield while the dead are still there, at least for the U.S. and so Antietam gets photographed. There's a bunch of photographs like the day or two after Antietam. And so Frazanito went and took all the photos that we know of that were taken on the Antietam battlefield in the days after the battle and locates where all of them were and tries to identify, okay, who's in this photo, what unit is this, what unit are these dead men from, and he kind of lays all that out. So I got that book because I thought it might be kind of fun to go to some of those sites and match up the historical photograph with what happened. I know that's something Gary's really into as well. So Justin, thank you. I appreciate that. Ohio native. Very cool. What part of Ohio are you from, Justin? All right, we'll give another minute or so, and then we're going to start this next round. Oh, Jonathan, it was phenomenal being at Westminster Abbey. One of the highlights of the trip for me. I was so excited. And they just started allowing photography, so we were allowed to take pictures at Westminster Abbey, which they didn't used to allow, and now they do. So that was really cool. Got my picture with William Wilberforce's grave and a picture of me in front of Edward III's grave, who's not only an ancestor of mine, but one of my favorite monarchs. And I do have some interest in Lewis and Clark. That might be interesting to cover at some point. Disney Magic, where are you in Northeast Ohio? And I have been on the Disney Magic, the cruise ship. Maryland, I love Maryland. All my trips to Maryland have been enjoyable. All right, we're going to go ahead. Yeah, the Pepsi can is good, but guess what? Once the Pepsi can's done, I'm going to a Mountain Dew Zero, and that's going to mess the That's not going to work with the green screen. Oliver Cromwell, hero or villain? Villain in my mind. And my ancestor was actually married to his sister. Does my son know Zidane and Rooney? I wish. There's about a 20 to 30 second delay on the stream. Did not go to Wales, Theo, but I will go to Wales at some point. And Westminster Abbey was the place. Disney Magic, I just came from that direction. My son's tournament this weekend was in Alliance, which is right down in your direction. That's where, I was in Alliance an hour and a half ago. Zanesville, that's down that direction too. Our last game was against Dover, which is down towards Zanesville. All right, let's go ahead and get started with this. Beth, I love Arkansas. I've been there a couple of times. Okay. It's indoors. It's somewhere in Asia. Beyond that, I have no idea what we're dealing with. Dang. There's a significant gap in my knowledge when it comes to Asian history. So I don't have the first clue where this is, but I'm going to guess China. I don't really know the difference between Chinese, Japanese, Korean. It's a fort. It actually reminds me a lot of the forts in Verdun in France. No idea. Do I like South Dakota? Yeah, I've been there a few times. I spoke at a school in Watertown, and I spoke at a school in Aberdeen in South Dakota. I have not seen the movie A Man for All Seasons, which I really should because my wife's a descendant of Thomas More. Hey, I was in the right direction. That was Okinawa. Okay. That makes total sense. So like a World War II fortification. All right, we're up in a mountain somewhere. No clue where. Man, it doesn't give you a lot to go on as far as being a historic site, does it? No idea. I am planning to go to Little Bighorn. Actually, if JD and I hadn't decided to go to Antietam, I might have been going there instead. Man, no idea. Historic site. I'm just going to go with maybe it's a World War I battlefields of Italy. Let's go up in this way here. Your grandpa fought in Okinawa. Yes, I've done several ancestry DNA tests. I'm not huge into Greek mythology. My daughter is. I've been to Florida many times. My favorite mountain finding game. Oh, it was Alaska. Interesting. So right up here near Skagway. My brother lives in Anchorage. I've been there. And I've been to Bethel, which is over here in this direction here. Trying to find it. There's Bethel right there. I've been there. Spoke at the school there. Favorite U.S. state flag? My own. What just happened? All right, we're good. Ohio. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Well. Are we safe to say that this one is in Moscow? I don't know where Stalin's bunker would be. I mean, maybe near the Kremlin? Let's go right here. Spooky Wolf, I didn't have time to zoom in specifically to find exactly where Zonzo was on there. I do like Austrian history. What were the results of the tests? I I'm mostly British, a little bit of African, a little bit of Scandinavian. All right, so his bunker was actually, it was in Moscow, but it was up northeast of the Kremlin on the outskirts of the city. So I was 6 miles away on that one. I am sitting in 25th. Not so great. Have yet to see a historic site that I've actually been to. All right. Can we move? We're not able to move too much. So we're in the mountains. Some kind of a fortification. But not one I recognize. Favorite Premier League team? I don't really have one that's currently in the Premier League. Yes, I have some interest in Native American history, and I actually have a little bit of Native American ancestry too. There's some cannon right there. Man, where could this be? I don't know. Let's guess like Turkey. I really have no idea. Really? So Haiti. Interesting. Very cool. All right, there's a cross of some kind. This looks like it's rather recent damage. Looks like something was written in Spanish there. Yeah, Sweden does have some great history. Yes, Crusader Kings 3, I actually just uploaded the second video of a new series today. It hasn't gone live yet, though. I'm thinking Mexico. It could be Peru. Then the winged hussars arrived. Greetings in Maryland. I'll be in Maryland in a couple weeks. That was Spain. Okay. Mostly everybody guessed Spain. At Parm, nice job. All right, so here's what we got to do. In order to make me feel better about myself. Oh, did I just... Yeah, let's see here. I got to change the settings. Oh, did I create two by accident? How did I manage that? Here's the link. All right, we're going to do something that I know I can do well. Battles of the United States Civil War. That's not a map I've done yet. Worst battle in human history. There's so many to choose from. Passchendaele, Stalingrad. Brutal battles. Wisconsin. Yeah, we'll probably play some more Kaiserreich at some point. Best American history site that I've been to. Vicksburg. The battlefield at Vicksburg. A presidential cabinet out of previous presidents. That's cool. I did a podcast with somebody, a podcast interview, where we picked soccer teams, football for the rest of the world, teams out of presidents. A UK history map we could do. Pepsi sponsorship when. All right, we'll give it about 30 more seconds. I am not a veteran. Incredible respect for those who are. I really... Zanluca, I shy away from questions that ask things like best general in history, worst dictator in history, best leader in history, because it's just so impossible to compare different time periods and different regions of the world and different situations. Somebody who might have been a great leader in one place in one era might not have done so well somewhere else. At some point, I'll do some Civil War vids around Atlanta. Next extra history series. Good question. Not sure. Wizard of Derp, thank you. Next podcast episode should be up in the next couple of days. Have not been to Sweden. All right, here we go. Got to redeem myself with the Civil War here. Watch me fall flat on my face and mess this up. All right, I think I know where this is. Let me look around a little bit. Ooh, I don't know where this is. I've got a guess, though. This is not a battlefield I've been to. That's for sure. Or at least not a part of a battlefield that I've been to. I'm going to wait a little bit longer before I do the answer. I've been to Kennesaw Mountain. Yeah, I know Rangers lost at Tottenham today. Harry Kane scored 2 goals. I'm very bitter about it. I think this is probably in the Petersburg area, but I'm not 100% sure of that. Genghis Khan would be interesting. I would love to visit the Holy Land for sure. Oh, Spotsylvania. I haven't been to the Spotsylvania battlefield. I've been everywhere around the Spotsylvania battlefield. I've been to Fredericksburg, Wilderness, Chancellorsville, Cold Harbor. Haven't been to Spotsylvania. That's definitely a place I need to get to. And a bunch of you knew it. You're probably all Googling where the Harrison House was. Cheaters. No way that many of you knew that was the Spotsylvania battlefield without looking it up. I will not stoop to that level. Haven't seen the musical about Henry VIII's 6 wives, but we will be seeing it because we have season tickets to the Cleveland Playhouse, and 6 is one of our shows this year for that. So, all right, this is in town somewhere, but I don't know what town. This is Kentucky, I think. I think that's around Salyersville. I might be wrong. No, I'm not an Arsenal guy, sorry. We could do a World War I Geoguessr. Hey, take care, Bunny. See, I could go along Azarth with Leicester City just because they're not one of the big 6. I would feel dirty rooting for someone like the Big 6. West Liberty, it was Morgan County, Kentucky. Okay, I was on the right track. I have family that was born, I have ancestors born in West Liberty. That wasn't too bad. Hey, that moved me up to 3rd. Pretty obscure spot for the Civil War. None of these are ones that like right away jump out at me that I recognize. There's a general's death spot right there, and some of you are already Googling where that is. Interstate 20. All right, so that is going to be in the north somewhere. Or is that south? Do they go south to north? I think they do go south to north. So this is going to be down in like Georgia or something. My sons are both big Manchester United fans, and we're going to be going to see Manchester United play West Ham in late October. Oh, I was right. It was Georgia. And it was Atlanta, in fact. Okay. Leicester City does have nice kits. I like their colors. Who do I think's going to win the World Cup? England, but I'm probably very wrong about that. Haven't been to any museums in London. Didn't get to go to... well, I guess technically I did, if you count the museum in the White Tower at the Tower of London. We have Shell stations in Ohio too, Alex, so that doesn't necessarily help a lot. All right, I'm still sitting in fourth. That's not too bad for not cheating at all. I wonder if there is one just for Gettysburg. That would be kind of cool. Wow, it's just like a field. These are really obscure. Like they should have at least like done like prominent landmarks on battlefields instead of just random fields driving through. Although one time I did pick one of those out when it was Shiloh. What's this sign say here? Oh, it's American Battlefield Trust preserving a section of a battlefield. Yay them. Gonna be hanging out with their chief historian here in a couple of weeks. Oh, wait. I know where that is. I know exactly where this is. I just figured it out. I just got to find it in the next 14 seconds. Oh, I'm not going to find it in time. That's the Cold Harbor battlefield. I know that for sure. All right, we're just going to guess right there. I was a little further to the east. Yes. Once I saw the parking lot and the little visitor center, I knew that was Cold Harbor. England bottled every World Cup. Well, they did win it in the 60s, didn't they? All right, last one. Another random field. Golf course. Is that a golf course? What battlefield has a golf course next to it? I got no clue on this one. It still looks like it could be Virginia. What state has the most interesting history? I guess it depends on what part of history you're interested in. But I would say probably Virginia, top to bottom. It's got Revolutionary War. It's got colony history. It's got Civil War and kind of everything in between. I really have no idea where this is. I did more Monarch ranking videos. Yeah, the Royal Armory's at the Tower of London. That's what it was. Oh, it was Chattanooga. That didn't look like any part of Chattanooga I've been to. Definitely want to get to Austria. My wife and I, that's high on our list of places we'd like to go. All right, as promised, we will do a World War I ranking. I got third that time. I'll take it. Okay. These are all going to be World War II, huh? There we go. There's a World War I. The problem is these ones that other people create tend to focus very heavily on certain... Like, I've done World War I ones where they were, like, all Belgium. Didn't really focus on a lot of different areas. You live in Chattanooga and that didn't look like Chattanooga? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Hey, Nolan, I'm doing well. How about yourself? Yeah, Lone Pilgrim, I agree. You know what's even less preserved is Atlanta. I mean, there's nothing left of the Battle of Atlanta. There's battlefields like Kennesaw Mountain, things like that. But like the actual Battle of Atlanta from July of '64, basically is gone. They have to at least give you a Waffle House or a Chick-fil-A sponsorship for spending so much time in the South. All right, anybody else who wants to join? Let me give you the code here. Make sure I have the right one. Amsterdam Red Light District. When I went to Amsterdam, I intentionally checked on the map to see where the Red Light District was so that I did not go there or anywhere near there. Tsar Nicholas II, in over his head, Good guy. Really unfortunate what happened to him and his family. But definitely in way over his head. Yeah, we'll do some Indian history. I have been to Stone Mountain. I was there when I was a kid. Went to the top and everything. The movie Glory, best Civil War movie, top 5 all-time historic movie for me of any kind. Verdun, definitely the Douaumont ossuary. Definitely go to Fort Douaumont. See several of the forts. I only got to Fort Douaumont. It was fantastic. It was so amazing. Check out down in the town, like along the river. Really cool. Beautiful city. I've driven through the Newmarket battlefield. Haven't really visited it. Your name Christopher for your ancestor who was at Chattanooga and Atlanta in the 124th Ohio. Very cool. 125th Ohio is from where I'm from. All right, let's go ahead and get started with this one. I have played Fire and Maneuver briefly. He sent me like a code so I could play it and everything. I am going to play it on the channel at some point. I do not have ancestry in Hungary. My wife does. My wife's grandfather was Hungarian, 100% Hungarian. His parents were both born in Hungary, and we will definitely go there at some point. Okay, World War One. All right, this looks familiar, but I haven't been to it, whatever it is. We've got a German flag, a French flag, a British flag. But where actually is this? We're not going to be able to see what it is. My gut tells me this is France or Belgium. That's in French. That doesn't really tell me a lot, because it still could be Belgium, because the majority of people in Belgium speak French. I'm going to guess Belgium. Where? I don't know. But let's go. Let's go up in this area somewhere. Yeah, we'll go right there. Have not seen Blackadder yet. That's something I want to do. Oh, it was France. It's actually the Somme. I was in that town. I was all over that town. I don't remember ever seeing that. Oh, that's the World War One Museum of the Grand War. I went to the one in Meaux, outside of Paris. I didn't go to that one. I was 52 miles away. Darn it. More French. Again, could be France, could be Belgium. This might end up being an all Belgium thing if that's who made the map or the quiz. But I don't recognize where this is at all. Oh wait, what's this up here? Got some hills that might lend itself to being like Verdun area. Trying to see this map. That doesn't help me a lot. Let's go outside of Metz. Ypres could be. Oh, should have gone with my gut. It was more down that way. "103 miles away, so I'm still sitting 12th. Well, this one's easy. That one's real easy. I'm not going to say anything, though, until we get a little closer. And it does have to do with World War One, so that makes sense. But at least it's not in Belgium. What kind of music do I like? Sabaton, number one. Huge. I tend not to have a particular style of music that I like so much as particular artists. So Sabaton, Ed Sheeran. I got a couple country artists I like, some Christian artists that I like a lot. But I don't listen to any one type of music, more certain artists that I really kind of like. Musicals, big into musical theater. Enjoy a lot of those too. So Hamilton, Wicked, Beetlejuice, stuff like that. Oh, darn it. I forgot to actually answer the question. Gotta hurry up. Gotta hurry. Just gonna have to... I'm not gonna be able to be specific. That wasn't bad. I got 487 yards away without being able to zoom in faster. Yeah, it was a Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. Okay. This looked familiar. Maybe not. Oh, yeah, I know where we're at. Okay. Well, I don't know exactly where we're at, but I know what country we're at. Not a lot of Central American history. Which Midway movie? The newer Midway movie is very accurate. All right, so I think we are probably somewhere up around here. Ah, I was 14 miles away. For King and Country, yeah, good stuff. Hitler was a German supremacist because there were plenty of white people he didn't like either. Final round. All right, so we're talking about an American sector. I don't think it's going to let me move. Okay. I actually can't remember where this is in France, but I'll figure it out. I don't want to cheat though, so I'm not going to look it up. I mean, the Americans for the most part were down in this area. Meuse Argonne, that kind of sort of thing. Let's go right there. Whoa, it was way further west than I thought. 84 miles away. All right, I got fifth. Could I beat James Madison in a fight? Yeah, because I weigh twice as much as him and quite a bit taller. He wouldn't be able to get close to me. I'd have him in reach big time. "28 Soldiers." No, I'm not familiar with that. Thatcher, she was pretty hardcore. Beyond that, I don't know. I think she could probably be a little too hardcore at times. Yes, I have known quite a few World War II veterans. My wife's grandfather, my own uncles, others. John Adams' series is pretty accurate. Where they took license was mostly because it was a TV show. And they had to. It's just like any TV show. You know, Band of Brothers does the same thing. They were as accurate as they could be. Also, he's dead. Yes. Best World War I book I've read is. Let me try to remember the name of the author for you. It's called A World Undone. Fantastic. Actually, the Great War Channel uses that book a lot. And their stuff. G.J. Meyer, Meyer. Favorite comedy movie, Monty Python the Holy Grail. I have played Among Us a little bit with my kids. I need to put together a list of book recommendations. I do have a couple more videos on World War I that I could do. just not crazy about the quality of them because I was playing with some new equipment and didn't quite use it right, so it's kind of shaky and it's just not my best work. So I haven't uploaded any of it yet. But that includes Bellow Wood and a few others. Theodore Roosevelt versus Abraham Lincoln fight. I think Theodore Roosevelt, I think he was tougher than Lincoln. My family tree kind of comes from all over the place. Best Swedish monarch, and why is it Charles the 11th? Yeah, I'll definitely watch both the Lord of the Rings series and Game of Thrones series. I wouldn't say I'm real excited about either one of them yet. I just gotta wait and see how they're gonna be, you know. Yes, definitely planning to visit Wales at some point. How many Madisons in a Taft? Probably 3.5. TL, thank you for that. Favorite World War II fact or stat? I've always been fascinated by the logistics involved with Operation Overlord. The numbers of men, the amount of material, the planning that went into that. That's always been really fascinating to me. Is Charles the 11th Bernadotte? Is that the guy that was Napoleon's marshal that became the king of Sweden? Game of Thrones went to crap at the end because they tried to squeeze what should have been probably 3 more seasons into one. I didn't have a problem necessarily with the storyline. It just felt like they tried to do too much that last season. Favorite French king? It's cliche probably, but Louis XIV. I'd love to visit Norway someday. Favorite history show? Band of Brothers. Haven't been to Poland. May happen next year. We'll see. Would love to visit Iwo Jima, Saipan, any of those places. My friend JD just went there. Charles the 11th was the father of Charles the 12th. Okay. I have my Charles the 12th coin here somewhere that was sent to me very graciously by a fan. Okay. Let's do another one here. I'm just keeping an eye on the time because I got to deal with dinner at some point for the family. What would I like to see for the next oversimplified video? Ooh. That's a good one. Wow. Oh, wow. Let me think about that. I'd like to see them go back in time, like Roman history or something. Might be cool to see them go way back. Most underrated president. Grant. Today's the anniversary of his death. Okay. We did say we'd try a UK history one, didn't we? Maybe just do UK and see what pops up. I don't want UK train stations. Maybe we just do like English history. Let's try England. Not fine. Oh, Scottish history. Let's do that since I just went to Scotland. This will be hardcore for a lot of us. I'll post the link again. I have not read the book Prisoner B3087. Ooh, Vikings would be interesting for oversimplified. Yeah, Mark Hind, I agree with you. I think the next video is going to be Vietnam for that very reason. What historical moment in world history will I never forget that didn't happen in the USA? Assuming you're asking like things that happened in my lifetime that I saw happen. A couple of things stand out to me. Tiananmen Square, that incident in the late 80s in China. Obviously, the Berlin Wall and all of the events of the coup that happened in Russia, the breakup of the Soviet Union was huge. That's probably the most significant one in my mind. I have seen Red Tails. I actually really enjoyed that movie a lot. Who was the smartest president? Garfield. What Civil War story doesn't get nearly as much attention as it should? The first Minnesota at Gettysburg, without a doubt. How influential do I think the Federalist Papers were in getting the Constitution ratified? Probably less influential than most people think. Influential, yes, but I don't know that they turned that many minds. Hey, Zach, what's going on? All right, we're going to get started here in just a second. I have seen The Crown. Here we go. Scottish history. I've only been to a few places in Scotland, so we'll see. All right, all right. Oh, it's a castle. It's not one I've been to. It's on the water. I feel like I recognize that bridge. I want to say this is going to be somewhere. I think that's the fourth bridge. The question is, which side of it are we on here? Is that Blackness Castle? It looks like it could be. I'm going to go with that. Squid Nordy, thank you. Appreciate that. God save the Stuarts. Yes. In my opinion, what single event changed history the most? Problem is they're all connected, you know? Any event is connected to the ones that came before it and the ones that came after it. Beautiful. I was 110 yards away. I'm going to say World War One. But see, again, recognizing that World War One doesn't happen without a bunch of events that come before it. I have not driven on the left side of the road. Every country I've driven in was on the right side. All right. Well, this is not giving me a whole lot to go on. I'm going to guess it's a battlefield of some kind. This is the lowlands. It's definitely not the highlands. So maybe is it like, I don't know, like the Bannock? Nah, Bannockburn's a little more in woods and like housing area, I think. But I'm going to guess it's somewhere in this area down in here. We'll go with Bannockburn. I was just in London a few weeks ago. What Army of Potomac commander was best? Meade. There's a reason he's the only one that lasted as long as he did. Is it St. Andrews? Okay, that makes sense. So that'd be northeast of Edinburgh. No, that was way up in Inverness. Okay, so it was Highlands. Oh, that's Culloden. Oh, that's the Culloden battlefield. Haven't been there yet. Next trip, hopefully. So mid-18th century. That's during the Jacobite rebellions. Favorite firearm, if I have one? Yeah, Harper's Ferry 1855 rifle. What's for dinner? I think we're going to probably order out tonight. I don't feel like cooking. Maybe pizza. Brent, I appreciate that. I'm glad you were able to learn some American history. Favorite general of all time? Caesar. Jean-Michel, I'm glad you enjoyed that. We had a lot of fun, too. I was a little concerned with three of us all streaming in from different parts of the country. Like, I'm on the East Coast. JD's in the center of the country. She's on the West Coast. I was worried we might talk over each other a little more than we did, but I actually feel like the chemistry worked pretty well for the three of us. So it was good. It was a lot of fun. We really enjoyed it. We went over by like a half hour, too. And she had only reached out like maybe 8 hours before that and asked if we could do it. I was 96 miles away that time. Good news is Scotland's not that big, so you can't be off by that much. Ooh. Scotland's smaller than Ohio, so it's not that big. I do not recognize this spot at all. It's kind of a rural area, though. Looks like a nice bike path. No clue. No clue where this is. What could be a historic area, though? It's not Glencoe. I got nothing. I'm just going to go with the more populated areas and just guess. Could Pompey have won the Civil War? Yeah, probably. I do not have any pets. Do 3 kids count? Most interesting U.S. event in the last 40 years? Well, 9/11 probably, right? Iron Brew was interesting. It was I can't stand Pizza Hut. Nobody in my family likes Pizza Hut. I like their wings. I don't like their pizza. Iron Brew was different. I was done from line. Okay, a lot of history right in there. And a Tesco. What was this specifically? So it's right there. Oh, I'm in second though. Iron Brew tastes like bubble gum to me. All right, I need to get away from this guy a little bit to be able to see where we're at. Now, this does look like the Highlands. I can't see the statue. But again, it looks like probably something from the Jacobite period. It looks really cool, whatever it is. Looks like the kind of place I would like to go. But it's not a place I've been. Oh, wait. Oh. Now I know where it is. I'm not entirely sure where that is, but I know what it is. That's the, oh gosh, the thing from Harry Potter. I think it's up in this direction somewhere. I just don't know where. It was further west. Yeah, it's the Glenfinnan. Viaduct. It's the one that you see in Harry Potter. Big tourist attraction. I was in this part of Scotland, but we didn't go there. Domino's is good. Domino's got good pizza. One of my favorites. My favorite's actually a local place called Wedgwood Pizza that we have here. Oh, yeah, I know where this is. Okay. And I think I know what event we're talking about, too. I'm going to wait a few seconds. We're talking about a massacre between the Clan Campbell and McDonald. Costco's pizza? DiGiorno? Fantastic. Joshua Sanders. What are you hoping to do with, like, as a historian? Like, do you have a particular field you want to study? A particular focus? What are you hoping to do with that? Because that would determine, I think, what route you go as far as study goes. Anthony Minimum, thank you. Ooh, Red Bank, New Jersey. I need to get to New Jersey because I want to visit. Oh, I forgot to do this. It's Glencoe. I'll just throw it right there. It's up in this area. Yeah, Glencoe's up there. I got busy chatting with you guys. Yeah, Glencoe might be the most beautiful place I've ever been on this planet. My goodness, was Glencoe beautiful. And yeah, that was the site of the massacre of Clan MacDonald by the Campbells. Oh, that's so frustrating. McDonald's had it coming. Oh, man. Yes, I would love to visit Sweden. Yeah, I've seen some real history. How did I pick my career? Well, I've never been to medieval times, by the way. Well, it's funny that you mentioned that because I've never actually... YouTube is the first time I've really worked in a history-related field. My degree of study was history. My plan was to be a history professor. And then I ended up going into youth ministry. Spent 14 years in full-time youth ministry. For the last 8 years, I've been a speaker for Rachel's Challenge. So up until YouTube, I never really made money with my history knowledge. Favorite chip flavor? Not really a big fan of chips. Or crisps, as you might call them in the UK. World War II from Finland's perspective. That might be interesting. Specifically where I want to go in New Jersey is the Monmouth battlefield. All right, let's do one or two more here. Popular maps. How about we do World War II? We'll do key locations of World War II. There's the link if anybody doesn't have it. I have been to St. Louis several times. Haven't been to Salisbury Cathedral, or Salisbury for that matter. Yes, I'm a big fan of History Buffs. I kind of feel like History Buffs is already a reaction channel in a sense, because they're kind of reacting to movies and giving the background and the history. So I don't know how much I could add to it because I feel like they're already doing what I do with other videos. No, I don't know about the honey war between Iowa and Missouri. One of the Red Tail pilots. Very cool. Yes, would love to get back to Hawaii. Yeah, son of Hawaii. I definitely want to get back there at some point, and I know my wife would love that too. Actually, our 20th anniversary is in like 6 weeks. We talked about maybe for our 25th going to Hawaii, but maybe sooner. We'll see. Best military uniform of all time. Man, there's so many good ones. I'm a huge fan, though, of the Black Watch uniforms that they currently have. The ones with the kilts. Fantastic. Just love how those look. Mr. Beep, what's up? I was in Alliance today, Mr. Beep. My son played at Marlington High School. His soccer games today. Yesterday, where were we yesterday? Yesterday we were at Mount Union playing. Haven't read Robert Caro's books. Haven't been to the Middle East or Africa. Favorite current European flag? Wales. Did do a Jack the Ripper tour. This is World War II. Here we go. All right. So World War II. That is not the Eiffel Tower. I feel like this is the Pacific. Where? I don't know. But I have a guess. I'm going to wait a few minutes. Well, not a few minutes, but a few seconds before I go after this one. Most plausible Jack the Ripper suspect, a Polish Jew named Kosminski, but not Aaron Kosminski. Huss, it's happened multiple times meeting fans in public. Most recently, I'm looking for... Where is it? I completely forgot where Okinawa is. Right there. I feel like this is Okinawa. Nah, it was Tokyo. Ah, darn it. Right country. Still 1,000 miles away, though. Yeah, I got recognized at Westminster Abbey, actually, which was really cool. Always love. Yeah, guys, if you ever happen to see me out in public, because I've had people tell me that they thought they saw me in places that I really was. So we're going to be in the Pacific for all of these, are we? And then they were like afraid to come up, didn't want to bother me. It's never a bother. 100% do it. If you ever see me out and about somewhere, you are always most welcome to come by and say hi. All right, we're going to do it again. We're going to guess Okinawa again. I hope these are not all going to be in the Pacific. Yes, I've seen World War II in color. Haven't seen Jameson's Travels. I'll have to check that out. Favorite Sabaton song? 82nd All the Way or Red Baron or Lost Battalion. Those are my favorites. Oh, come on. Really? Are these all going to be in Tokyo? That's a little frustrating if that's what we're dealing with. I don't think this is Tokyo. Also don't have a clue where it actually is. You know, of all of the World War II sites you could pick, these just don't seem like the ones that would make sense to me. Man. I mean, we dealing with like Rome or something here? Doesn't look like Rome, though. I've been to I think I've been to Sioux Falls, yeah. Never been to Vietnam. Tokyo again? If it is, we're quitting this one. We're doing a new one. Because it'd be the dumbest thing ever if they're all going to be Tokyo. Oh, it's Paris. Alright, seriously. That's what we picked for our World War II site, was outside of the Palace of Versailles. Dang. Yeah, this one is not a good one. Tomorrow we're going to do a private stream for patrons and members. Because I haven't done one of those for a while and I need to do that. We'll do streams more frequently now that it seems like I can get a really good connection. I've fixed my connectivity issues, so that's good. Man, I have no idea where this is. Just a big empty field. I mean, they could have picked Normandy, Pearl Harbor. I mean, there's so many places we could go with this. Let's go with, like, I don't know, Germany somewhere. MMORPG Gal, thank you. I love Red Dead Redemption 2. I play it on Xbox. Yeah, it seems like the fixes using the Home Electric network seems to be working. So there I complained about Normandy, and we got Normandy, but not anywhere recognizable as Normandy. Best governor and senator from Ohio. Ooh. I don't know if I have an opinion on that. Train station, back to Japan. No idea. In the absence of anything else, we're going to just go with Tokyo again. Don't say that. It'll start lagging now. I have played a little bit of Red Dead Online. I don't play a lot of Xbox, though. Honestly, most of the gaming I do today is when I'm recording for the channel, for the gaming channel. Favorite Roman Emperor? Augustus, the first one. Kyoto? Could be Kyoto. That's a little further west, isn't it? Over this way. Where is Kyoto? It's down this way somewhere. Isn't it? I could be totally wrong. Favorite ice cream? It is Rocky Road. Good guess. Cookies and cream, probably second. Favorite non-historical game? FIFA. They shall not grow old. Fantastic. So what was it? It was Tokyo again. Ugh. We need to find one. Let's do one more because I feel like I want to have. U.S. soldiers are still in Korea. So yeah, Charlie. I want to try and find another World War II one that's actually decent here. We'll just go with the one that's got the most hearts. Probably the safest way to do it. This will be our last one, guys. We're going to wrap this up. Who would win in a fight, Grant or Douglas? Grant. Favorite MLB team is the team formerly known as the Indians. Amir, I'll check that out. Yeah, I would like to do some early Islamic history. All right, let's go ahead and do this. A bunch of people have masks on. That's interesting. DK, I've done the webcam here and there for the gaming channel. I might start doing it more. Favorite founding father, Alexander Hamilton. All right, let's see. So we're dealing with World War II. I think this is Poland. Where in Poland? I couldn't say. I'm going to guess. Yeah, I'm going to guess it's Warsaw. Yeah, I am going to play the Armchair Historians game pretty soon, I think. Beth, I have just started collecting historic memorabilia here and there. I've got a little bit. De Bruyne. Lavry. It's not only 11 likes. It's 171 likes, Kenny. You might need to refresh. But thank you for pointing that out. It was Warsaw. Okay, cool. Poland's definitely on my bucket list of places I want to get to. All right. I don't know where this is, but it's beautiful. Very pretty site. It's a memorial of some kind. But to what is the question? Man, no idea on this one. Let's look at these signs and see what language they're in. If I can. I might not be able to, though. Coming up empty on this one. I got no idea where this is. So I'm going to guess, like, I don't know, Russia somewhere. No idea. It's not Stalingrad, is it? Oh, that was in Japan. Hiroshima. You know, that crossed my mind, but I expected if it was going to be there, it would have been that very iconic landmark that we always see in the shots that, like, is right where Ground Zero was for the bomb. I would like to visit Israel at some point. Okay. Oh, well. I'm not entirely sure what this has to do with World War II, per se. I mean, at the very least, we could have done the World War II memorial, which is like another couple hundred yards. Oh, I guess that's actually what we're looking at. Right there is the World War II memorial. All right. So this view, though, is actually not at the World War II memorial. It's actually slightly west of the World War II memorial. Because the World War II memorial is right here. This picture's taken from, like, right here somewhere. So I don't know exactly if they want me to click on the World War II memorial, which is what I'm going to do, because that's not where the picture's taken. The A-bomb dome, I think, is what I'm talking about. Yeah, I'd visit Estonia if I ever get the chance. Oh, they did go with where the picture was taken. I should have gone with that. I only lost 1 point because of it. Ooh. I'm getting very strong Russia vibes from this. That doesn't mean that's what it is, though. But holy cow, is that an enormous statue. It's really cool. Whatever it is. Maybe this is in the Balkans, is it? What's that there? I can't see it. Darn it. Yeah, I'm thinking somebody said Volgograd. That's what I was thinking was that this seems like it could be Stalingrad, which is what it was then. I'm going to go with that. Going to Antietam in like 2.5 weeks. Ooh, it was specifically right there. Nice. Gets me up to 7th. Last one. Oh, I know where this is. This one's easy. I even think I know which beach that is, but I haven't been there yet. Really high on my bucket list. William, thank you. More history matters. Awesome. All right. I think that's Utah Beach. Which would be the furthest west of the beaches. That's the one over here. Let's guess like right here. Oh, it was Omaha. Darn it. Okay. It was Omaha Beach. That's over here. I think some of you got thrown off by the other flags, like there was a Canadian flag. So some might have thought it was one of the other beaches. Was that Dog Green sector? I have not been anywhere in Normandy. It's definitely very high on my list, though. Thank you guys so much for joining me for the stream. Now that it seems streams can be more stable with my new setup, we'll do them more often. So be looking forward to that. I'll try to announce them ahead of time when I can. A lot of times I'm just doing them on the fly, though. So we'll see. But thank you guys. I'll be announcing very soon the patron and member private stream for tomorrow, probably 3 p.m. Eastern time-ish. But I'll let you know for sure. Thank you guys.